The Mason County Royals went on the road to Vanceburg Friday night, where they came home with a 50-19 victory over the Lewis County Lions. The win moved Mason County to 6-0 on the year and 2-0 in the Class 3A District 6 play. The loss dropped Lewis County to 4-2, 1-1 in district play. Rashawn Nelson took charge of the game for the Royals, rushing for 112 yards and 3 first-half touchdowns. Jake O'Mara was perfect on his passing for the night, completing 10 of 10 for 126 yards. O'Mara also had a touchdown on the ground. Rico Hill, Tyreek Thomas, and Will Griffith all had rushing touchdowns as well. The Royals ran for a combined 258 yards and amassed a total of 384 yards of offense. They held the Lions to just 89 yards on the ground and 229 yards overall. Lewis County's Isaac Weddington was also efficient through the air, connecting on 10 of 16 passes for 130 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Royals took charge early, getting the ball in the end zone less than 90 seconds into the game. Mason went on to add 2 more touchdowns before the end of the first quarter. The Royals hit the 36-0 mark early in the second quarter, prompting a running clock for the remainder of the game. Nelson led the Royals in rushing with 11 carries for 112 yards. Griffith had 3 for 59, and Hill carried the ball 8 times for 58 yards. Tyler Mustard led the way for Lewis County, carrying the ball 4 times for 46 yards. Jordan McCann carried the ball 9 times for 17 yards. And Mason Thurman, who was so effective last week against Fleming County, carried the ball 5 times for only 12 yards. Mason County returns home this week for a much-anticipated matchup with the Russell Red Devils. Both teams enter the game undefeated, and the winner will be in the district driver's seat moving forward.
Three! 1, 2, 3, Mason! Woo! Watch that! Watch that!
We really wanted to build on what happened last week, and I was very pleased with the way our guys started the ball game and the way that we played, especially the first half. And give them credit for continuing to play hard and the job that they did in the second half when they were able to put some points on the board.
We talked about Rashawn's progression over the course of the season. Started kind of slow, 3 touchdowns in the first half tonight. What has getting him back to full strength meant to you guys?
Well, it sort of changes the dynamic of our whole team. He's a different cat, and when he's going, I think our guys, he's going to run with a lot of energy, and he does not want to be tackled. And I think that helps your blockers, because your blockers know that the hoss cat they're blocking for is going to keep those feet moving. And our kids, they love him. They like blocking for him, and it feeds itself. It makes it all go.
Let's give the line a little bit of love. Who's out there tonight that really impressed you, I guess, across the front line?
The whole thing. I mean, and I, of course, I haven't watched the video, so, I don't know as many specifics as I probably should, but I really felt like our O-line did a good job. We knew they were going to come at us with multiple fronts, multiple stunts, and they got us a time or two, and give them credit for that. But for the most part, I thought our O-line really picked up well what they were getting, what they were bringing. And this was a good game for us because we had to see a lot of fronts and stunts, and our kids picked it up.
Our rushing defense has really been a strength all year, and again tonight, a very good rushing team and held them down.
They did. Our front guys are doing a great job. Coach Thomas is also working in some depth there, and then our linebackers are getting where they should be. So it's all fitting well. It's all fitting together pretty well. The key is we got to continue to practice well and keep building. We don't want to peak out week 6 of the season, but we're pleased with where we are now. But this is early October. We need to be at a different place November and so forth.
And now Russell.
And I can't wait. On a personal level, I'm going to be across the sidelines from one of the best people and best coaches that there is anywhere in Ivan McGlone. There's nobody better. And we have had some great games. I think we're going to have another great one. People say they're down. We've seen video of them. Their down is not everybody else's down. They can play. And, I mean, it's going to be a tough game, but it's going to be a great game. And, shoot, I may call Ivan and say, hey, man, let's play 8 quarters next week instead of 4. That's how much fun we'll have.
Well, so much momentum. They whipped us up front, and then they whipped us, and then they whipped us again, and then they made us like it. So it was, it was rough to get anything going. That was part of the thing at halftime. We've got guys that can touch the ball and do damage, but we can't when they're dictating our play calls. It's not good for us. So the fact that we came out in the second half and was able to do something, that made me look forward to the rest of the season and give them something positive to go on.
Yeah, to build on that, it's just one loss in the district, but still 3 big games left. I guess what is left for you all to continue to do come back from?
I told the kids, we got to get a win or two to get in the playoffs. Having a home game is still a possibility. Top 2 teams are going to get a home game. Of course, next 2 weeks are EKC games. If we can win those 2, we at least are co-champions in the conference. So there's a lot to play for, and we're home the next 2 weeks. So, I think it's something that the kids can really use to motivate.
And to build on that, playing better the second half. What good do you all take out of that as far as momentum is concerned?
Just that we're capable of moving the ball if we put our minds to it. If we block, we had to switch up some kids on the line, and I still don't think we did a great job blocking up front, even in the second half. But we got some quick kids that were able to get a block here and there. Chase Parker, he's a nice playmaker. Mustard's a fast kid. Isaac threw the ball well second half, much better than he did in the first half. So, it's just that the stuff that we worked on a weekly basis. That if we put ourselves in the right shape, we can make a few plays.